How is it going, everybody? We're back with Final Fantasy XIV for the first time in a while, and that's because, among other, updates, we have finally gotten the last of Dawn Trail's Inspector Hildebrand adventures. And we're going to do those today. But we can't do it here, so we got to go to Solution 9. And if I had to guess, they are going to be... Where are they? They were right here. I feel like a dumbass. Hold on. Patch notes time. Solution 9. Am I having a stroke? Or am I a dumbass who didn't do the last bunch? No, that should... Oh. It should be over here. Oh, wait. Is that it? Hold on. I might be about to find out I'm an idiot. Oh, so I am an idiot, because I missed the last two before the current release. Well, that just means you folks get more Hildebrand. So, to catch up on what happened last time, we basically discovered that a group of people who were experimented on by having their minds put into the bodies of monsters have been going on a rampage, and we've got to find and stop them. This also ended up last time with Nashu getting framed. Jack, I was hoping you'd drop by. It took a bit of doing, but I was able to widen the crack I made in that storage device and yank out a couple new scraps of data. The first file just so happened to be a record of Carnelian's procedure. Seems the bastard's soul was poured into one of those clot-type monsters. They've got an annoying talent for mimicking shapes and faces, which is exactly what Carnelian took advantage of when he tricked us with that fake Kamaka. Right, and the leader of this bunch of criminals in the monster bodies is like an old enemy of Hard-Boiled. Never fear, Inspector Hildebrand is here. Just ignoring him. The other file I pulled out had details on yet another monster-fied criminal. This mook... Nashu just waving, trying to get attention. This mook was nabbed for repeated vehicular violations, riding his air-wheeler too fast, making reckless maneuvers, endangering others, that sort of thing. According to the data, he's running around in the body of a cactar now. Judging by what we've seen in the researcher's schemes, he'll have dispatched that prickly speed demon somewhere outside the dome, but where? Rejoice, my good detective, for I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, come bearing the very direction you seek. We're still just ignoring him. I have it straight from the mouth of the real Kimaka that an ambulatory cactus piloting a flying contraption was supposedly observed streaking through the sky on a southerly bearing. Wait, so the cactuar is still stealing and riding vehicles. I assumed it would just be running because cactuars are really fast on their own. Alas, despite hastening to confirm this sighting, our intrepid sheriff arrived too late to see the needle-covered individual in question. The report was summarily dismissed as fanciful imaginings of inebriated townsfolk. The insistent chirp of veteran instinct nonetheless impelled me to investigate. Thus did my faithful assistant and I venture further south to question the colorful crowds of Tuliole... Oh, sorry, it's Hildebrand butchering the... Tuliodel. Tuliolang. Yes, there to find sober witnesses eager to tell of an airborne succulent. They said it was moving at an incredible pace, sat astride a vehicle like the ones that the mechanical invaders had ridden. It was last seen zipping past a dirigible before vanishing into the clouds to the south. Alexandria's soldiers ride on air-wheelers, so unless there was another flying cactuar out there somewhere, I think we have our man. Good work. Hildebrand's so happy to actually get praised. Almost too good, in fact. Oh god, is he going to start accusing everyone of being the guy in disguise? I mean, over there, is that a new case I spy? Hardly had to bait the hook. They're the real deal, alright. Well, come to think of it, I don't know why anyone would bother impersonating either of them to begin with. At least the lad seems solid enough, but if we're serious about... the lead seems solid enough. But if we're serious about catching this guy, we'll need an air-wheeler of our own. Come on, there's a shop nearby that does custom jobs. This is the place. I used to be a regular here, but I ain't been back in a while. Let's see if they still remember me. Well, look what who the wind blew in. On 'em. I've come for my steed. That battered old scrap heap? It's been rusting on my garage floor so long I doubt it could manage a slow trot, let alone a gallop. Happy to give it a tune-up if you've got credits to burn, but I'll need you to supply some parts. A new high-voltage battery and a superconductor coil to a minimum. Chronometer's ticking. I'll see if I can get my hands on a battery, but can I ask you to track down the coil? These soft-boiled dopes wouldn't know a suspension spring from anti-gravity gimbal. But you, I can trust to find the right part without cracking under the pressure. You gotta stop with the boiled egg puns. Not my number, do you? Just telling it like it is. I know a tough egg when I see one. Boiled seems desperate to get this air-wheeler up and running, so I'll give you a tip. You want a coil quick like? Then salvaging the rides of defective sentries is your best bet. I'll even lend you this handy gadget to help you out. Set off the distress signal on the west side of Old Alexandria, and you'll soon have some murderous mechanical company for dismantle for parts. I'll take these two along with me on the battery hunt. Good luck out there. second. Let's check something. Nothing to see here, just a man wielding a giant paintbrush flying through the sky on a dog. That's it? Alright. Gotta pay for it. Well, you get your hands on the coil? This should do the trick. Now where did your mates run off to? Can't be that hard to find a store that sells batteries. You should probably head over to the Nexus Arcade and see what's keeping them. Somehow, I'm betting it's Hildebrand's fault. Oh, he's hard-boiled. Where are the other two? Jack, any trouble picking up the coil? Nothing you couldn't handle, I'll wager. As for the battery, I bought one easily enough. Problem was convincing the inspector and his gal to stick around after he caught whiff of a tantalizing familiarity. Long story short, he wandered off and they wandered off and haven't come back. Suppose we ought to go look for him, huh? This is about to get real stupid, isn't it? Oh, Nashu's stalker is back. He's hiding in the corner. Look, you can see him peeking out from behind the archway. Oh shit, it's one of the undead gentlemen. How the fuck did they end up here? That, a corpse? A smiling corpse? You needn't fret, detective. This dapper zombie is an old acquaintance of mine. Allow me to introduce myself, good sir. I am a proud member of the Gentle Dead Men, and a disciple of Master Zombiebrand. I have been on the road, seeking out new recruits for our merry mouldering band. Said search is what brought me here, and into the midst of this unexpected yet most welcome reunion. I don't usually hold with necromancy, but he seems harmless enough. So, if you're done catching up, we've got a case to work on. In actual fact, our conversation was almost entirely case-adjacent. Employing his nose for festering fellows, this gentle zombie traced the stench of necromantic decay to the very facility in which I once slumbered. Yes, I became fast friends with one of the reanimated researchers there. During the process of getting to know each other, he spoke briefly of the only person left alive after the incident. According to my new charnel chum, all the lab workers perished when an accident resulted in the leakage of a highly toxic substance. All that is, save for a single man who habitually wore a protective gas mask. Keshkale is his name. He was second in charge after the overseer himself, yet disdained by his peers as a condescending know-it-all. They did, however, grudgingly recognize his passion for his work. Even after devoting a full day to official experiments, he would pour his remaining time and energy into some mysterious side project. God damn, these fucking scientists have the survival instinct of fucking guppies. And he was the sole surviving researcher, you say. Sounds like we finally have a name for our mastermind. Courtesy of the shambling undead, no less. No matter how many years I do this job. Well, thanks for that. Glad to be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, my new recruit and I have a cafe tour planned. I love the Gentle Dead Men. They're so goofy. Just ridiculously polite and courteous zombies. So, that fellow was an honest-to-God's walking corpse, huh? I've met weird folks in my line of work, but do you always keep company with such oddballs? Only when I'm interacting with Hildebrand. I love how, used to it my character is by this point. Nothing shakes him with Hildebrand anymore. That was out of line. It's just, I reckon there are forces in this world you're better off not messing with. Anyway, let me take these parts back to Monum and get my wheeler repaired. Shouldn't take too long. I'll ride him back here to make sure he's running smoothly. And you can see the magnificent beast in all his glory. Nashi, you gotta do something about that guy. He's just not gonna leave you alone. Then again, he does occasionally become helpful when he... Can I get him to talk or anything? No, he's not even gonna acknowledge me. Detective Hardboiled seemed somewhat nervous. Excited to reclaim his pride and joy, perhaps? Hildebrand, not everyone interacts with zombies on a regular basis. Goddamn. Fuck yeah. Oh, would you look at that? Is he pouting? Oh, hey, the bug's back. What do you think? I call him Night Stallion. He's a custom job built for yours truly. Has far too much horsepower for the average mook to handle. Anti-gravity capabilities are standard, but when it comes to ground speed, he's been tweaked to achieve the highest possible performance. The trick is to install quick heat and motor coils. Oh god. But won't the increased heat compromise the magnetic field's integrity, you ask? While that is a valid concern, a hotter drivetrain responds completely differently when you open up the throttle and... You, get those filthy hands off my ride. I merely thought to enhance your beloved steed with a touch of Salamanderville. So you've had this amazing mission... So you've had this amazing machine the whole time? Why haven't you been riding it until now? So fresh-faced and innocent. A spitting image of my assistant. Okay, we previously established the assistant is definitely the bug that's been following him around, but I'm doubling down that the punchline is going to be that that they look nothing like Nashu when they turn human again. I'll never forget the day I hung up my spurs. It was right after I'd caught Carnelian. Because also, like, the main reason... So obviously, besides the fact that the bug has jumped in to save Hard-Boiled before, that specific bug in Final Fantasy IX, which Dawn Trail draws heavily from, is the kind of bug monster that Nine's version of Cid, the ruler of Lindblum, was turned into by his wife after a fight. Hildebrand, get off the bike. Ooh, different outfit, hard-boiled. I've been simmering in my thoughts of vengeance, fit to burst at my shell at any moment. Okay, that was tough as fuck. Oh shit, shot off his regulator. Big house is too good for the likes of you, Crime King. See you in hell, your majesty. Should have pulled the trigger when you had the chance. You've gone soft, hard-boiled. This flashback exceeds the legal length. Laced with the illicit embellishments, no doubt. Oh god, what have you done to me? Wrap it up, Gumshoe. I'm being pulled into the nonsense now. I'm a factor. I stand by my statement that the Hildebrand quests are a way for the devs to test what they can get away with animation-wise. To cut to the chase, my assistant was avenged. Slinging the Crime King into the slammer took me off the boil, and riding cold just ain't my style. But now that Carnelian's on the streets again, it's time for me to get back in the saddle. They were saying that Cactuar punk flew over Thule whatever, then blew up past a dirigible on his way south, right? What kind of territory are we looking at? Lots of big trees out there. Let's make this Yachtel's dirigible landing our starting point. I'll take Night Stallion and meet you there. Hildy? God damn it. That's really... He's pouting! God damn it, that's really funny. Meteorites and meteor wrongs. Right. We shall find our way to this cocktail dirigible landing. See you there. I'm pretty sure it was Yak's tail, Inspector. I actually worry about both of those two survival ability. What the hell minion does this guy have? What is that? I actually don't... Is this like an occult crescent thing? What is this thing? Udvi. I don't know what that thing is. That's cool. I like it now. It's kind of weird. Anyway. That was my first time aboard a dirigible. It is not so different from an airship, if said airship had jettisoned by its own means of propulsion. Sailing through the air is a lovely way to travel. Ah, you made it. Even this jaded old gumshoe had to appreciate that view coming over the treetops. Anyway, I talked to the locals while waiting for you lot to arrive. One fella had seen Mr. Cactuar flying down to the lower forests. I'm told the biggest place out of the way is a settlement called Mamuk. So, that'll be our next destination. Let's head over there, walk the streets, ask some questions. You know, the usual. Very good, detective, but what's become of your wondrous wheeler? Night Stallion would draw more attention than I'd like. I'll use the autopilot function to call him if I need him. But otherwise, I'll make do with my own 2 feet. Alright, have fun walking across half a Yachtel by yourself, dumbass. I'm riding. Wait, no. If we're gonna... Actually, fuck it, yeah, we are gonna use one of those. Only because, we're using the good one. Only because this event's coming back at the start of next month. Now, could I have just teleported to Mamuk? Yes. But I recently spent all my gil on something, and I'm not eager to blow through a lot more on teleport costs if I don't need to. Oh, it's awfully dark down here beneath the canopy. Such a dense proliferation of forest giants. I am reminded of Twelve's Wood. That must be Mamook. They build things different down here, huh? Well, we ain't got time to admire the architecture. Spread out and find someone who's clapped eyes on the cactuar. Let's get this one first because it's the most out of the way. Nero John. Yes, I've encountered the fiend you describe. The forest has its share of fantastical creatures, but this one was undeniably out of place. I observed it smashing one of the giant meteorites with a club, then racing away with the broken piece. Make of that what you will. That's totally not a foreboding thing to hear. Alright, we're just gonna... Vanelja. Why, yes, I did see an unusual creature riding a strange vehicle through the forest at breakneck speeds. The vehicle's terrible noise is what first drew my attention, followed by the incomprehensible yelling of its pilot. Yet the sight of this posturing man-plant was so absurd I found myself more bemused than frightened. Yeah, I can't really blame them for that. Pooja? Ah, the subject of the recent gossip. I crossed paths with the creature myself, and it was indeed odd. The machine it rode upon was the true wonder. He pulled up alongside me and my wyver, challenged us to a race, then zoomed off with astounding swiftness. If you're planning on catching the fiend, you'll need an equally miraculous mount. Yeah, okay. So, what's the wrap? The testimonies I gathered were very much the same. There is a cactuar racing around out there, that much can be certain. But if he's making stops to bag meteorite fragments, then this ain't no simple joyride. Talk to me, Jack. Something about those rocks I ought to know. I'd say so, probably. Some kind of special etheric radiation, eh? We haven't pieced together Keshai's big plan yet, but he seems real interested in those space stones. Which means we've got a good chance of finding his spiky goon by taking out the spots where the meteorites are. Staking out. If we nab that cactuar, we can make him lead us to the researcher and the Carnelian. When I say us, I mean me and my Night Stallion, of course. Once we find him, the rest of you won't be given chase without an air-wheeler. I need no such contrivance. These legs have been conditioned by an intensive chocobo-bearing exercise regimen. Weirdly enough, I do actually think he could probably keep pace. Well, good luck to him. Still thinks he's a weak. Still think he's a weak-willed punk, but I can't deny that uncanny body of his is made of sterner stuff. Let's get on with it then. Hey, there's a few good-sized meteorites alongside the road leading out of town. We'll start at the near end and hope the mook puts in an appearance. What are you two doing? Who knew meteorites were so big? Or bumpy? It's a fancy meeting you here. I, too, deduced that this may very well be the scene of our criminal's next crime. No wheeler riding cactuar around here. Let's move on. This idiot inspector took off like he had this case all sewn up. Running fast didn't find him any leads, did it? And here I thought he was onto something. That way, Nashu. I think I may be onto something. Is it almost time to eat? If you could endure a little bit longer, Nash. No sign of him here either. Under the next meteorite. I detect a hint of criminality in that direction. Onwards, Nashu. We mustn't let the detective beat us to the punch. Well. Oh, wait, no, shit, Damn it, I had a bit that I was going to do when you joined the call, but I forgot to.
What were we going to... Oh.
No, I was just probably going to say a bit from the Skeletor lines from He-Man. Oh, Adam, you naughty boy.
I was conquering an entire planet while you were here.
What is this? It's human resources. Human resources. Oh, Adam, you naughty boy. So, yeah, this is actually the best update I can give you on what we're dealing with here.
No, it's Digimon.
Spike!
I don't know why that's so funny to me. It's just so ridiculous. Like, they could have done that title card, 3 seconds sooner.
This one looks pretty ripe for the smashing.
Wait, no.
Hold it in right. Hold it right. Hold it right there. I'm gonna need you to hop off that air wheeler. Hildebrand, what are you eating? Huh? You must be the blowhards I was warned about.
No.
Think you can give orders to the succulent speedster? My ride is maxed out with black market mods, and there ain't no one faster. Keep up if you can, slowpokes. Okay, guess you're ditching your fucking club. Bye.
Yeah, wait.
Feel like you could have just put that back on your back where you were keeping it before. If that's the way it's gotta be, challenge accepted. To me, Night Stallion, it's time to burn rubber.
Oh, okay. I will not lie to you. I thought it was gonna be like Hildebrand.
No,
Coming in.
that's Hard-Boiled. Hildebrand's more competent noir detective counterpart from this universe.
No, my point is, I was
From the
expecting Hildebrand to. There he is.
Yeah, no, of course that was gonna happen.
No, I thought the Hard-Boiled was gonna ride Hildebrand.
God, that would have been funny, but no. And I'm right behind you, Inspector. Like, again, my character's not even, like, phased by any of this anymore.
I mean, how long has it been that he's been putting up it?
A long fucking time. It is actually like a character evolution you see throughout these quests, where, like, your character does start off being, like, shocked and, like, stunned by every stupid Hildebrandism. But as it goes on, you just kind of get more, like, pulled into the energy. Damn it, the stallion's at full gallop and I'm still trailing. It would seem you require my assistance after all. Oh, I expected Hildy to get launched. What
No.
the? You caught up to me on foot? Fine, change of plan. Where's my damn python?
Wait, hold on.
Hildy, put the gun down. I'll just tweak the weapon's elemental settings like so. With you steering and me providing the thrust, that fiend will soon learn a harsh lesson. Nothing outruns a fired-up Mandeville man. Oh God, Hildy, no.
Oh my god.
This is way better than what I was expecting.
Oh my god. It reminds me of that scene from Toy Story. Just the way that Hildebrand's face or lips are just fucking flapping like that.
Yeah.
Also, I was trying to make a joke before, but I forgot who had what in DK64. But he swapped out his revolver for a Lanky Kong banana.
I feel the needle for speed.
I guess Needle for Speedle will be too silly.
I don't know what's worse, this guy's cactus puns or Hard-Boiled's egg puns. Okay, we passed him. Now what? We did it! Victory is ours!
Is he not on fire?
You act like that would even phase Hildy.
No, fucking the cactus guy.
Oh, him.
Like he was.
Oh no.
No. You know, it takes a lot of restraint to not do a single Akira bike slide moment.
Oh no, Hard-Boiled did one earlier in a flashback.
Never mind. He failed me.
I can't believe it. My undefeated record. My legendary win streak. It's over.
Is that what this is
Yet,
all about?
I feel strangely content. Well, refresher on previous Hildebrand stuff for this expansion. Somebody has been turning criminals into, like, putting their minds into the bodies of monsters, and they've been going on a rampage in different ways. However, it's clear they're also still, like, serving some greater, like, plan while doing so.
No, I just meant, like, his little speed thing. His
Yeah, I guess so.
I did not get any of that from what just happened.
Oh, he's just surrendering. Okay. Enough. You win. Just hand me over to the coppers and be done with it. Does anyone want to fish Hildebrand and Hard-Boiled out of the lake?
They'll figure it out.
So, the researcher forced you to work for him, like he did with the other fiends. That's right. Told me to smash and grab the meteorites from the forest, but not what he wanted them for. All this way to nab some delinquent goon and the leads on Kashkai or Carnelian, and no leads on them to show for it. Not to mention my beautiful ride getting trashed. That one's on you, Hildebrand. Perhaps we can try running together next time. Oh, if you're looking for Kashkai, I know exactly where he'll be. Waiting for my meteorite delivery over by the cliffs southwest of here. Why didn't you say that sooner? I bet Carnelian's there with him. He won't escape me this time. I leave this criminal Cactuar in your custody. Fiendish appearance aside, 'tis a man's soul within, so please treat him accordingly. Now, let us follow the detective to these cliffs, shall we? I must ensure these villains are served gentleman's justice. The fucking bug.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What is that thing?
What was its actual name? Hold on. Where is it? Andon the Third. Effectively, some pixies turned a guy into a pile of leaves as a prank, named him Andon, and eventually they enlisted us to help him turn back to human. And this is a replica of him, Andon the Third. I can't remember what the
Wait.
deal is with Andon the Second.
And in the third, that means. And in the second, my man. Wait. And in the second, that means. And in my man. You just explained to me their backs. That joke does not actually.
Okay, I think Andon the Second is a minion. Hold on.
Minions. My minions. That boy.
No, that's the Greener Gleaner. It is the same thing, but it's not called Andon the Second.
Clean. What a name. Excuse me.
I can hear them just up ahead. Let me get the drop on them before we all go barging in. He's late. We must assume something went wrong. These meteorites will provide the perfect energy source, and I would prefer to harvest a surplus. But it is too great a risk to linger here. Freeze, mage. You so much as twitch your lips and I'll light you up. No! I've worked too hard to give up now. He's getting away. He'll keep. I've got the one I want. But don't think I'm taking you in just so you can escape. Never again. Murder is not the answer, Detective.
They slimed me.
Where, where did Carnelian go? God damn it, Hildebrand. You almost had me, if not for this bumbling fool you tolerate. Soft as ever.
Goodbye.
Oh, Hardboiled's gonna be pissed. Not dramatic rain.
Gotta have. It's dramatic rain. It was supposed to rain today. I spent most
Yeah,
of
and
my shift.
it kind of like skirted around where I live.
Got little dwizzles.
Fucking just shoots Hildebrand in the face.
God.
You and me are done, Hildebrand. Stay out of my way. Hey, hold on. No, these quest lines aren't allowed to be dramatic.
Is that his friend or something?
So, his assistant, he thinks was killed, but it's heavily implied was actually turned into that bug. The guy who he thinks killed her is the guy who teleported away because of Hildebrand.
Got it. Continue.
My recent inadequacies as an inspector appear to have earned the detective's ire. It was you he turned to for assistance in this case, Jack. It's only fitting that you remain by his side for the duration.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Nashu and I shall persist in our independent inquiries.
Yeah, but like, do you guys get like a car or an umbrella?
I have an
Raining
umbrella.
really hard.
Oh, it just brought me back here. That's convenient. Sorry for the sudden exit back there, but that yolk for brains had me steaming. I don't know if saying this will make it better or worse, but okay. Hildebrand only wants to help.
You know
That's
what,
the
man?
problem. His help ain't nothing but a hindrance. Subtle as ever, Hildy. And Nashu's stalker in the background. Oh, for the love of... I see you skulking over there, soft-boiled.
Volume, so it's not fucking disrupting.
Isn't this a delightful spot of serendipity? We were simply following the villain's trail, and look how we've run into each other, completely by chance. Well, we were only passing through, after all. We shall apprehend the masked mastermind with our own tried-and-true methodology. You shall see. Oh, there goes Nashu's stalker. He ran off.
Dr. Pepper, so moved.
Jack, I want you on the case with me from here on out. When it comes to a proper guide beyond the dome, as well as being tougher than yours truly, no one else fits the bill. You might need to cool your heels for a bit while I work on salvaging more data, but Hard-Boiled always gets his files at the end of the day. See you around.
Yeah, see you around.
Meanwhile, elsewhere...
Oh, well. It's
Ooh, ominous.
Soylent Green? What is
Hmm. At long last, my scheme has come to fruition. No longer must I endure the company of incompetent colleagues. All is in readiness. The replication of my brilliant mind is at hand. Oh my god, this guy's like such a fucking like weirdo that he's planning to just clone himself so he doesn't have to spend time with others. Never again will I be known as that the Kanalaka Corpus's second best. My name shall ring out across the lands, carried far and wide by an army of unrivaled geniuses. Something amusing?
all talk?
Oh, just the fact that you repaired a device capable of miracles, yet your plans for it are so very banal. You dare mock me? Oh, what a shock. God damn, fucking hitting him with a flare? That's a little overkill.
Just a little, though. Not a lot.
What a bore he was. Now to realize a dream worthy of this marvelous technology. God damn it, it's the UFO. Motherfucker. That's how it's making clones. It's the fucking replicator tech from last expansion. For
I mean,
context,
hey,
in Endwalker, the Hilda quest involved a group of aliens like crash landing, and their ship had a replicator that they would use to recreate anything it scanned. When it was broken and malfunctioning, that's how it led to the creation of Brandahild, the like polygonal-looking Hildebrand clone, who's actually very smart.
fucking ridiculous.
Detective Hardboiled, they call me. Cool and tough as a cucumber wrapped in old leather. I'm a man who prefers his own company. Dude's just leaving his eggshells on the ground. What a dick.
Yeah, seriously. I
Today's
mean, are
egg
they
was
bummed?
overdone. I let the pot boil and boil. A match for my mood. They say you can't make a cracked shell whole again. Maybe it's time I smashed it completely. Oh, that's some troubling thoughts. Can anyone save Detective Hardboiled from himself? I bet the inspector can. With us on the case, a happy ending is never far away. Oh yeah, so you weren't here when I said this. Starting this made me realize I accidentally missed the last two Hildebrand quests before the final ones.
Hmm.
So now we're starting the new ones. Detecting a lead. Hardboiled's pensive expression cuts a stark contrast to the frenetic buzz of Drewview's neon-lit streets. Jack, eager to get back to work, I see. I reconstructed the remaining files, but found no more records of monster-fied criminals, so I reckon we're clear on that front. What the last of the data did contain, though, was plans for repairing some kind of fancy-schmancy duplication device. Said it was discovered aboard a flying vessel of unknown origin. Oh, God. The description of which was damn near perfect matches for the shiny disc our inspector crash-landed over near Ueyawada. So now I'm wondering, what's a gadget on a ship like that used to duplicate? Flashback. All the Hildy clones.
Hildy clones.
I was really hoping my character would just flash back with a look of horror on his face. Anything. Even people. Oh, that ain't good. See, the files mention 3 critical materials: electrope, ceruleum, and meteorites. The same things the monster-fied criminals were collecting. Sound familiar? That's the same stuff our fugitives already nicked. They got what they needed to fix the device, and I'm sweating bullets imagining what they mean to do with it. Problem is, we've squeezed those salvage files for the last Usi lead. Can't even begin to guess where Kishkai and Carnelian might be holed up. For all we know, they've already moved on to the next step of their diabolical scheme. It's time we pumped a new source of information. I know just the nosy bugger that'll do. Let's pay a visit to Mymond.
Sorry.
I'm sure these two consider that disguises. You may recall my mere presence seemed to anger the detective when last our paths crossed, so we've taken to disguising ourselves as ordinary citizens. Not Nashu with the backwards baseball cap. Our independent investigations otherwise continues unabated. Nashu has in fact identified a new potential avenue of inquiry. I've noticed that there's an oglop that never strays far from Detective Hardboiled's side, and I suspect this persistent insect is much more than it appears. I share your suspicions. We could be dealing with another creature possessed of a transferred criminal soul. Mayhaps it's been sent to spy on the detective. But it doesn't feel like spying, more like it's watching over him. Whatever the Oglop's intentions, we must continue to surveil this ever-present surveiler. It may prove critical to cracking the case. Pay no attention to the tiny thief who's definitely trying to steal my materia. God damn it, look at the two of them trying to hide, quote-unquote. Back again. What can I do for you this time? Got an odd question for you. A device that can duplicate anything, huh? In the wrong hands, that could lead to all kinds of mischief. I haven't heard a peep about an alien gadget, but there was something else that might interest you. Rumor has it some half-dead bloke dressed like a lab worker was rescued out in Heritage Found. You reckon that could be our villain, Kashkale? Could be. You'd have to talk to Circine, the hunter who found the poor bugger. Apparently, he brought him back to his home in the outskirts. If this half-dead lab rat is who we think it is, then I wonder if Carnelian must have... Oh. Thanks for the tip, Mymond. Well, partner, looks like we're heading to the outskirts. Let's find this Circine fella. Oh, there goes the Oglop. And we shall follow wheresoever that Oglop leads us. I said this earlier, but part of the reason I'm was confident from the get-go that the Oglop used to be a person is Oglops only appear in Final Fantasy IX before this. And explicitly, Final Fantasy IX's version of Cid, who is the king of Lindblum, got turned into an Oglop after a fight with his wife. Who just so happened to be a very powerful mage.
Excuse me, good lord.
I am Tonka Tough. Where the fuck is it? Oh, okay, it must be in there. Hold on real quick before I send this away. Hey, Tim, you ever seen a party bulldozer?
No. Fucking incredible.
Ah, of course. I'd be happy to share the tale. I was culling monsters on the fringes of Everkeep when an airwheeler wobbling through the skies above caught my attention. So erratic was its flight pattern that I half expected it to crash into the ground, which it did not far from where I was standing. I ran over to see a man crawl free from the wreckage and collapse, his mask and gloves marking him as a lab technician of some kind. Though the airwheeler hadn't exploded or burst into flames, he looked terribly burned. I was able to rush him home and administer treatment before he succumbed to his injuries, but the potent medicines have put him into a deep slumber, so I'm afraid he's in no state to answer questions. As for his name, I found an identification card tucked into one of his pockets. Assuming it belongs to him, the man is Kashkale, a researcher from a local facility. That figures. Those burns. Knowing Carnelian's preference for fire magics, I'd wager a dozen hard-boiled eggs that he's to blame.
Okay, that was a stretch, and you know it.
Yeah, it really was. A mook dubbed the Crime King is not the type to play loyal henchman for long. Probably turned on his boss and took over the whole operation. We'll have to wait until Kashkale wakes up to get the whole story, but in the meantime, I'd rather be doing something useful. I say we head outside and consider our options. I appreciate you sharing, Circine. Kashkale is a criminal involved in a case we're investigating, so we'll be imposing on your hospitality again soon. A criminal, you say? Well, he won't be committing any crimes in his condition. I'll be sure to get word to you once he's fit enough for you to interrogate. Okay, where'd those two go? Oh, literally just had to turn 5 feet to the right.
Can't see us. I didn't even say anything. Fuck.
Does the Oglops stalk its prey with intent to pilfer a hard-boiled prize? They're still trying to figure out the Oglop. Oh, wait, hold on. Do you see it in the background there? Nashu's little stalker playing, incognito.
No.
Top right, under that awning.
Oh.
There's a little Lalafell. He's obsessed with Nashu, and so he's always in the background whenever we're wandering around. And considering his betrayal came just as they had acquired everything they needed to fix the duplication gadget. Do I really need to finish this sentence? I'm thinking he was probably after the device all along, but assuming I'm right, what does he mean to use it for? Well, we can work on answering that question while Keshkael is still in dreamland. There's an old pal of Carnelian's who might have an insight or two. Was part of his gang back in the day, but insists she's on the straight and narrow now, working as a fortune teller out of a shop in Solution 9. Sarala, the girl on the front desk, handles all her appointments. There goes the Oglop.
Up.
Quickly, let us not lose sight of the Oglop. Oh, he's electrocuting himself because he tried to hide behind the battery. Oh. No, this little shit deserves it. He's not malicious, but he's also a weirdo.
Oh, in that case, fuck him.
Again, he literally is just obsessed with Nashu and stalks her everywhere. Fuck him.
Okay, yeah, it just started raining by me.
This establishment caters to lost souls seeking their true path. Due to high demand, however, I'm afraid we're completely booked for the coming months. We're not interested in your dubious divinations. You just tell old Cassia that Hardboiled is here to see her. Very well. One moment, please.
Fine, I will. God.
What do you want, hardhead? I've paid my debt to society. You're interfering with the legitimate business of an upstanding citizen.
Yes.
Says the woman who is Carnelian's most prized sorceress, charlatan. I'll wager the only fortune to be found here is the one you're making off of gullible marks. Don't you dare lump me in with that double-crossing snake. It was his fault I went to prison, and I've been done with the underworld ever since. My establishment is entirely above board. All right. Don't get your robes in a twist. It's Carnelian I want to ask about anyhow. I'll spare you the whole messy story, so let's get down to brass tacks. Imagine there's a gizmo that can replicate any person or object in the world. What do you reckon a no-good crook like Carnelian would do if he got his hands on something like that? What kind of addle-brained... How should I know? The only thing Carnelian ever wanted was power, and no matter how much he got, it was never enough. Seems his ancestor, the one they called the Lich... Oh god, we're getting a Lich boss fight out of this, right. Created the ultimate spell, and it eats him up that he never had the arcane strength to cast it. He's going to create a bunch of clones of himself in order to cast the spell to turn himself into the Lich.
I mean, here's the plans.
An ancestral spell that hasn't got the juice for her, huh? But how would a duplication gizmo help him with that? It's honestly kind of similar to something that happened in the Endwalker storyline for Hildy, where someone stole the duplication tech, made a bunch of clones of themselves, and used all their belief in Ashura to summon it as a primal.
All right.
Not my area of expertise, though. Well, I suppose you could search the public database and read up on the Lich if you're so inclined. Fair enough. We'll try our luck with the terminals in the commerce sector. Much obliged, Cassia. either they got lost. Oh, where are Hildy and Nashu? Oh,
They got really long.
so not only are they here, Nashu's stalker is right behind them trying the same crap.
Dude, give it. Oh, no.
I am the topiary of inquiry and decorative foliage extraordinaire. I am a shrubbery. Yeah, nothing to see here, just some normal shrubbery and topiaries. These terminals are connected to Alexandria's public database, so you can use them to learn all sorts of neat stuff. I'll see what we can dig up on this Lich character. Meanwhile, reckon you could look into what makes Clots so special. Kashkale's other flunkies didn't get a choice of monster, but when it came to Carnelian, seems the Crime King specifically requested the Clot as a vessel for his soul. I figured he was keen on their power of mimicry, but now I'm wondering if there was something more. Anyways, see what you can find. The terminal monitor displays an entry on the monster known as Clots. Clots. These amorphous organisms inhabit dense jungle environments and demonstrate an extraordinary ability for physical mimicry. When threatened, the clot will either mirror the threat itself or adopt a more intimidating form. Clots can also fuse with others of their species, and there are recorded cases of multiple clots merging into a single gigantic entity possessed of immense magical power. I see. So he's going to clone himself a bunch, and then since they'll all be clots, he can then fuse themselves into a lich.
I see.
Well, no surprises from the bloodline that produced a maniac, like Carnelian. Turns out this lich guy was a real piece of work. The entry I read said he used sorcery to raise and bind the dead to his will, created an unstoppable spell that would immediately snuff out the life of any target. Oh, and he also used necromancy to turn himself into a living corpse. This allowed him to keep amassing dark powers over a period far beyond a normal person's lifespan, which was the thing that earned him the Lich moniker. Too many years of nefarious undeading, and the people came together to off him permanently. You know,
Jesus Christ.
Noir Shoe, my assistant, god damn it.
What name is that?
It's Nashu, but it's Noir. Noir Shoe. Was killed by a spell I'd never seen before, and I reckon Carnelian took a page from his ancestors' book of necromancy to animate those poor bastards of the Analaka corpus.
I don't know why that zoom in made me laugh.
How did your research go, by the way? Learn anything useful?
Yeah,
it's bad. We're fucked. Multiple clots can merge together to make one humongous blob that wields all their magical power combined. And again, Carnelian's already heavily magically powerful. That explains everything. Carnelian means to create a bunch of Crime King copies and fuse into one big murderous mook. Well, you and me are gonna wreck those plans and avenge Noir Shoe's death once and for all.
here.
You want to loop Hildebrand in on this? I know the answer, but I figure I'll ask. He knows they're there, of course. Yeah, I've seen him hanging around like a bad smell. When it comes to exacting vengeance, that well-meaning dope will only get in the way. Besides, Carnelian is more dangerous than he's ever been. I won't give him the chance to hurt anyone else. Why are you so bullheaded about me being pals with the inspector, anyway? You make a good team. And that soft-boiled gentleman? Give me a break. Still, there's always been something weirdly familiar about that guy. Oh, right, the two of them insist they look nothing alike. Yeah, what do you got? Uh-huh. Alright, be there soon. That was Circene telling us to come over. Keshkaya is woken up. There goes the Oglop. Here, I'm calling it now. So obviously the Oglop is Noirshu, but I'm calling it now that whoever they are as a person is going to look nothing like Nashu. I've been thinking, Jack. What if the Oglop we keep seeing is actually Noirshu? When the detective was talking about his assistant, I swear the insect had the saddest look on its little face. Come now, Nashu. You heard as well as I did that she perished by Carnelian's hand. What if instead of dying, her soul was shunted into an Oglop body in the same way the fugitives were stuffed into fiendish forms? Suppose it's possible. Pomni's catchphrase.
Well, it's possible.
Nashu does have an uncanny sense of such things. Maybe we should not dismiss the idea out of hand. Were we to explore the possibility, we might begin by chatting with the researcher zombie whom my gentle dead man acquaintance befriended. Pray, continue your investigation alongside Detective Hardboiled, and we shall contact you the moment we learn aught of substance. You're late, Chief. Get lost on the way or what? This case is promising an explosive end, and I hate for you to miss it. Right, let's head inside and hear what Keshkales has to say for himself. Well, Mastermind, what happened to you? The duplication device was restored. I had all that I required to build my genius army. But mere moments before I began to replicate my brilliant self en masse, that damnable cur burned the hand that freed him. Seared as I was by Carnelian's sorcery, it was a miracle I managed to escape at all. But of my ambitions, naught survives but smoke and ashes. I want you to make him pay. You'll find the device in a hidden lab on the lowest level of Caniorca Corpus. If Carnelian's aim is mass self-replication, then that is where it must be. It will take time for the alien technology to do its work. Trying to tame a vicious breed like the Crime King was a gamble. You lost. But lucky for you, I was planning to bring him down anyway. It's like I called how things played out, more or less. Didn't twig that Carnelian would hole up in the lab right beneath our noses, though. Hand this sorry sod over to the authorities as soon as he's able to walk. Might put up a fight, but I doubt it'll be much of a challenge for a strapping hunter like yourself. He's welcome to try. Don't worry, I'll make sure he's to see him into custody. You know where Carnelian is now, and I'm ready to charge in guns blazing. But first, I want to pay my respects at Noirshu's grave. While burying the dead isn't the custom in Alexandria, Noirshu and I were never comfortable with the whole regulator deal. I'd be damned if I was going to forget, and putting her to rest was my way of honoring her memory. Night Stallion's been in the shop, so I'll head over and pick him up. Go on ahead to the name slates, and I'll meet you there.
Whoa, it's Okami.
Actually, no. So the bird that I rode to get over here is similar, but basically every expansion's extreme trials have like amount that you can get from each one, and when you collect all of them, you get a big like like that represents the whole collection. And so for the wolves known as the Kamuis for Stormblood, you get the Kamui of the Nine Tails.
Oh my god. Look at him. That's fucking glorious. Do all mounts fly or only like a select few?
So flying was first introduced in Heavensward, the game's first expansion. And it used to be only certain mounts could fly, but it was basically quickly became apparent that that was really just kind of tedious for the sake of like world building no one really gave a shit about. So now all mounts can fly.
Fantastic.
Although, mind you, to unlock flying in an area, you basically have to like find ether currents that are scattered around that area and interact with them. Most of which you'll pass just by playing through the story.
Yeah. Ether.
Okay, so I thought it was going to be a like trial boss, but I guess it's a like single encounter like this. Not that I mind. Progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you'd be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter a battle associated with other quests or log out for the game, the progress will be lost. Okay.
Are they?
Well, we're going after the Lich, and we're meeting in a graveyard. Oh shit, he's wearing his outfit from the flashback. Or no, that's not him. Oh, it's Mymond. Surprise, it's me again. Got a letter here for you from the detective. Right, that's my business done. Time to go and price into someone else's. Sorry for the change of plans, Jack, but I need to handle Carnelian alone. Dumbass. You've helped me out time and again, and I ain't letting you risk your life for my personal vendetta. I'll put the crime king in the ground where he belongs. You just sit tight and wait for the good news.
This makes me really want to get a hard-boiled egg right now.
So, did I ever tell you the reason there is an eat egg emote in the game?
Because of him.
No. Jack, hey Jack, we've learned the most astonishing fact. It's because of Ross O'Donovan. Would you like me to explain further?
No, let's get through this.
No, it's really not that deep a thing. Basically, he was streaming Final Fantasy XIV at one point, and his viewers made it a gag where they kept coming up to him and giving him like the hard-boiled egg food item, and just seeing how many he'd take in trades and eat, and it continued on for like days. And so the devs thought this was so fucking funny, they added an eat egg emote into the game. We've learned the most astonishing fact. The new researcher recruit of our gentle dead friend here spoke of a lady he had seen on the lowest level of the Analaka Corpus, a lady who could very well be Nuashu. She lies unmoving within a capsule of some kind, looking as if she but dreams in peaceful slumber. We then made at once for Circene's house and demanded the truth from Keshkale. The villain soon folded underneath my for interrogation and admitted to transferring Nuarshu's soul from a captive vessel into an Oglop shell. Where is Detective Hardboiled, by the way? I want so badly to let him know his assistant is alive and well. Well, mostly. Seeking vengeance on his own, you say? This calls for the utmost haste. Yeah, he'll get there first. Wait for me, Inspector.
Oh.
We should shamble along as well.
Why do you look like Toad?
That's one of the Gentle Dead Men, a zombie that Hildebrand made civilized.
No, you.
Oh, me?
That fucking hat.
Yeah, it's because it's my Pictomancer gear. Meanwhile, in the hidden depths of the Kanalaka Corpus.
Freaking animals. Well, I was not paying attention before. Awaking the sense. I don't know why. It just made... This sword's pissing me off. Whatever that's supposed
It's a
to be.
staff.
Yeah, it's a staff. You're right. Never mind. It doesn't make me mad anymore.
Oh, look, the Oglop is still with him.
I can't believe it. I got double vision. Four
crusties. Now that's a sickening sight. One blood-stained crime king was already too much.
I kind of love
I
this
don't
dude.
recall sending you an invitation, Hardboiled. Girl, find your body, for fuck's sake. I don't know how actually you'd go from there, but something. But no matter, I am afforded the chance to test my newfound strength.
Fucking Zarbon looking ass.
God damn it. Okay, so yeah, they did turn into Lich. Oh, but he's slimy, I hate it.
This
Oof.
looks like a... Go on.
The dames might have called you handsome once, but you might want to check a mirror. Go on. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, this is like a fucking Power Rangers looking ass fucking villain.
So I think I explained this before. So this is the design of Final Fantasy IX's version of Lich, but Lich was one of the four, like, bosses that served the final boss in Final Fantasy I. He was the Earth aspected of the four.
Got it. Ooh,
I can feel it surging through me. The nigh unlimited power.
Unlimited.
Behold the majestic form of the Lich. Let us begin with a demonstration of my ancestors' dominion over the undead. Great. This keeps getting creepier. Wait, am I playing as Hardboiled?
Are you?
Seems like.
No, it's gonna transfer.
Yep, you'll
Oh
be
my
fighting as
God.
Detective Hardboiled and gain access to a special dodge action.
Let's
Proper
go.
timing, you can use Molting Python to avoid taking damage, even if you're within the area of an enemy's attack. Certain enemy attacks will be preceded by a countdown. When this countdown progresses to the Molting Python icon, quickly use Molting Python action. This feels like, unironically, this feels like they're kind of like experimenting with something that's going to be a thing in Evercold.
Yeah.
Now you learn true horror. Damned servants, I bid you rise. Rise again, my thralls, I command you. This is getting real old real fast. Living minions, tear that man apart. Oh. Some nonsense. Yep. Inspector Zombie Brand and his gentle dead men have a further dominion on the undead.
Of course.
God damn it, I should have expected this. Even the Ogloff!
What the fuck is this?
He looks so annoyed. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner, everyone. Hard-boiled looks so fucking done. And Lich looks confused as all fuck. What just happened?
Yeah, what was that?
Forcing our zombie brethren to act against their will is simply unconscionable. Whilst I do not condone violence, this situation appears beyond a peaceful resolution. Allow me to assist. A soft-boiled savior in hell. Thanks, pal. You dare interfere. I'll kill you both. Oh, there goes the Oglop. Alright, now we're actually fighting him. Okay, yeah, that's fun. So for context, one of the things they've talked about, at least for tanks in Evercold, is a counterattack mechanic.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling this was them kind of messing around with something to that effect. Oh, dope, that worked. Oh god. Oh, that worked. Dope.
That would. Dope. Why is he farting? Hey. Not giant. That's a really cool boss fight. Dude, you gotta chill.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's uh-oh?
I've been bound in place.
Wait, Molten Python. Is that the guy who made the life? That's such a bad joke, I'm sorry.
Honestly, the translators in this game have made worse.
Oh, I'm sure. What was that glide you just did there? That was crazy.
That was just Molting Python.
Oh. I wasn't paying attention. I do hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna abandon you and crawl.
Nah, it's fine. Have a good night, dude.
Yeah, but
Uh-oh. Oh god, not again, Hildy. Oh, Hildy's down. Spun too much. Who is this foppish imbecile? Hey, he's the foppish imbecile. I will not allow him to ruin my moment of triumph. Uh-oh. What was that? I'll feel that in the morning. Die! Perfect crime. Damn, he's getting fried. Lich, stronger men than you have tried to kill him. And yeah, he's fine. He absorbed it all. Inconceivable. No mortal can withstand such power. Violence is not the answer. He's one tough egg. I reckon we could use that ether. Hildebrand, give me all the juice you got. Of course, detective. Our moment has come. Oh god, this is so dumb. Oh, hey, I finally showed up. This one's for Noir Shoe. Hold your fire, Detective. Your assistant is alive. Huh? What did you say? God damn it. Let me kill him. I'll do it, and I know I can. I warned you about being soft, hard-boiled. Will you ever learn? I'd wanted to save such an exquisite magic magecraft for more fitting victims, but now your clods will witness the ultimate spell firsthand. With unholy power drawn from the darkest abyss, I shall sever soul from corporeal anchor. Oh, severing a soul from a body? How convenient. Boop. God damn it, Hildy! Are you fucking kidding me? Inspector! Up, and Hildy's a ghost. Wonderful. Hildebrand. Oh, I've died. How un-Mandevillian of me. Ah, I've slain the dolt instead, though I'm glad to be rid of that most bothersome gnat. Is that Hildebrand's ghost? Oh, such bittersweet sorrow. A soul should dissipate soon after leaving the flesh, but lo, our resilient zombie overlord endures in spectral form. Hello? This battle isn't over. Sir, we will be with you in a minute. Even with your entire entourage of fools, you cannot contest our power combined. Did they just have the same fucking brain cell for a second? Are they gonna fuse? Aw. Touching tips. My god. It's the Golden Manderville Man. Master Zombiebrand's spiritual essence has merged with Master Hardboiled's physical form. It's brilliant. It's blinding. It's a pure gold soul. This changes nothing. Oh shit. Hardboiled. It cannot be. Hardboiled is not here right now. Holy shit. This is so dumb. I love it. He's glorious. You can call us Hildeboiled, and your goose is cooked. My dear fellow. Oh god, what the fuck? It's all the chaos of Hildebrand with the actual capability of Hardeboiled. No evil can stand against the giant golden Manderville man. Holy shit. Well, I was not needed here. And of course, all three, including Hildy's ghost, are embedded in the ground. Yes, you've learned the truth of it. Your precious Noashu never really died. Keshkale needed a subject for his soul transference experiments, and the task of procuring the victim fell to me. Your name, Hardeboiled, was the top of my hit list. I drew upon ancestral sorcery to cast you into a death-like sleep for ease of delivery, you understand. But then your meddling assistant threw herself into the spell's path, and I was forced to settle for her instead. I had to dig up Noashu's corpse following the burial, then offer her to Keshkale in place of your sorry hide. So it was that her soul ended up in that insect vessel. You bastard. You did that knowing how much I hate Oglops. Now, let's remain civilized. The process is entirely reversible. Uh-oh. Hildy. Hildy, no, you're not allowed to ascend. Get back down here. You have to live down here with the rest of us. Oh dear. My apologies, but I feel the draw of an irresistible force. Oh, that's right. Master Zombiebrand has died, and to his untethered soul comes the call. Nashu, do something. He's trying to escape. See you on the other side, my friends. Don't leave me behind, Inspector. His body is still breathing. We gotta drag that soft-boiled soul back. I smote that simpleton with enough ultimate death magic to kill him 10 times over. There is no coming back. Yeah, you're talking about Hildebrand here. Either perform the Mandeville, must I do the dance? I think we all knew it would come to this, but still. Let's get it on with. The fucking MacGuffin of a dance. Hildy, you're not allowed to leave this mortal coil while I still have to suffer through this bullshit. Get back here. Wait, why is he upside down? Which way is his soul going? Let's get it over with. Whoa, hey now. Don't tell me you've gone and cracked. Unfortunately not. Insanity would be preferable to this. Look at the fucking straight face! I hate that this works every single time. Like a fucking vacuum. I say. Even Nashu's shocked that worked. Yep, I've fully fallen into the chaos. Thanks to the stirring performance by my adventuring associate, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have returned to life and am back on the case. Even look at Carnelian, he's like, what the... Yeah. But you can't. It's not possible. They fucking did the meme face, oh my god. Toughest guy I ever saw. Now, what was that about fixing Noir Shoe? You can really get it back to normal? Your assistant's recumbent form is being held within this very facility. We need but extract her soul from the Oglop and reunite it with her original body. I had Keshkyle provide me with the step-by-step procedure for operating the transference apparatus. It should pose no great difficulty to restore Mistress Noirshoe ourselves. Alright, let's see if I was right about the twist with Noirshoe. He's still stuck with the fucking expression. Like, am I crazy? That's like that one meme face from One Piece. The rest of us should wait at the entrance then. Oh my god, that really, really got me. You know what? It stinks in here. Let's head outside. Damn it, I should have talked to Carnelian. I'm actually curious how you'd react. Considering he just watched a really stupid dance undo his ancestors' most powerful magic. Detective Hardboiled. Oh, it's a human Nashu. Huh. Hey, Dollface. You're looking well. Let me guess, they're also going to do the same gag where they don't think they look at all like, "Hi, I'm Noirshoe. Thank you ever so much for putting me back in my own body." The resemblance to Nashu is, as you say, uncanny. Right? Like peas in a pod, I tell you. Frankly, that's kind of impressive by the devs, considering, like, the Hyur and Mikote, like, face models are structured very different. So the fact that they made them look that identical is great. Right. I've had my fill of musty old labs. Time to blow this joint. God damn it, Hildy. Hey, who said you could ride the stallion? Surely once fused fellows such as ourselves are above cursory formalities such as asking for permission. He's going to make it blow up because he's still charged with ether, isn't he? Oh, God. Hildy. Whoa! And he's going to get struck by lightning. Oh, God. Watch that lightning. The chassis can't take a direct hit. And there it goes. And Hildebrand's going to get launched off into the horizon, isn't he? Yup. Was that a fucking Back to the Future joke? Wait for me, Inspector. And there goes Hildy until we eventually manage to find him in Evercold somehow. Gosh, that looked dangerous. He'll be fine. It's Night Stallion I'm worried about. I just had him repaired. How did I lose to such idiots? Am I dreaming? Surely this is a nightmare. I'll deliver Mr. Lots of Clots here to the Tin Man. You can head back with Noir-Shoe to the place in Solution 9. And I shall enter the facility to recruit from the remaining zombies. I bid you gentle people good day. Behind that rubbish receptacle is where I would hide and keep watch over the detective. It was surprisingly fun living as an Oglop, but boy am I glad to be back in my own body. That makes two of us. Couldn't imagine having one of those creepers as an assistant. I went and handed Carnelian over to the authorities. They'll restore him and all his monstrous pals to their original mook selves, then toss him in the slammer. In other words, that's all she wrote on the case of the fiendish fugitives. You're a handy fellow to have around, Jack. As thanks for sticking with me through thick and thin, I made you a replica of Night Stallion. Doesn't have the same customizations, but it still runs plenty fast. Use this key when you're ready for a ride. Hell yeah, that was an actually really awesome fucking air-wheeler, so I'm happy. I have a gift for you too, of sorts. I made a lot of friends while I was Oglopped, and one of the little fellas has big dreams of traveling the world. I get an Oglop minion too? Yay! Take him along with you on your adventures. He'll be fantastic company. I shall call him Sid. I can either sound enthusiastic or, well, like hard-boiled. Look at you embracing your danger. I told you those tiny devils are harbingers of death and disease. Oh, well, they're no such thing. Oglops are harmless, not to mention cute as chitinous buttons. Right. Well, it's your funeral. Keep it where you can see it, or stow it away in your pack. Speaking of companions, I wonder where that gentleman at Fop and Noshu disappeared. Not that I'm worried or anything, but I owe them a tip of the hat at the very least. Anyhow, Noirshoe and me are going to get back to running our detective agency here in Solution 9. Hopefully we'll cross paths again on some other case. Time together was a great alleyway of life, and the great alleyway of life was brief but golden, like the richest, yellowest of yolk. See you around. See, okay, I also get the Pulper of Inquiry Orchestrion roll. Hell yeah. With the completion of the inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, you can now exchange Manderville gold points for a new Orchestrion roll by speaking with the Gold Saucer attendant at the Gold Saucer. Neat. His trail had evaporated like mist in the neon haze. The city carried on, uncaring. I fell into a familiar humdrum rhythm, my world gone curiously quiet. There was a gnawing absence of irritating yet endearing whimsy. But that's life, ain't it? Let me leave you with a few words of wisdom. If it ain't tough, it ain't boiled enough, but sometimes a man needs to be gentle. Noir Shoe also has the outfit. That's awesome. Who are you talking to, detective? Hildebrand will return. Oh. Hey, she made him an egg. Gently does it. Hard-boiled gentleman. But yeah, no, that has been the inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, everybody. We will probably not see more of Hildebrand till Evercold in January. Although, again, probably not with the launch of Evercold. Regardless, I, to this day, adore these side quests. This batch was incredibly fun. And again, I said it before, it feels like a way for the devs to experiment with a lot of animations and concepts while also like just being really campy and goofy with the writing. But yeah, no, thank you for joining us for this, if you did. And we'll see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody.